All right, guys, I got another editorial. This time we're going to fly out to Florida. We're going to go out to Florida. We're going to talk about 3 officers that are being investigated. This one, there's been a couple of different stories on it. This is the most recent one that I found where it has, they redacted some of their other information. And in this one, they say, look, there's some camera footage that might hold some answers. If I could, I'm going to look on YouTube. If there's a video there, you'll see it in the description box below. If there's no YouTube video link, then obviously I didn't find one. But you will see the link to this story in the description box below. Now, before I even get into it, look, bar fights happen amongst everybody. I mean, all professions, all walks of life get into a bar fight. But when cops get into a bar fight, it's just not right. And I know a lot of people are going to go, oh, here we go again with, it's unfair to hold them to that standard. But it's truth. It's the way of life. I mean, cops are supposed to be the ones we look to keep the peace, to keep people from fighting in public. And so when you get cops that fight in public, it's like, like I said in another video, when the police are breaking the law, who polices the police? Internal Affairs, the state police, the Department of Justice. So that's kind of why this story, I'm bringing it to you. Also, it's a place where they said there are a lot of things that happen in this place that are kind of, a lot of fights and a lot of police are called out there a lot, I guess, apparently to other news stories I've read. So we'll see what's going on here in this one. Coming to us from winknews.com. Thank you, Wink News. Punches and a broken beer bottle were just part of a fight at the troubled Dixies Roadhouse. Late Thursday, we uncovered some specifics as to what happened that caused Fort Myers police to put 3 officers on leave. Key words and phrases are redacted on the arrest report. What's left out outlines what the victim says happened that night in February. One thing the report did make clear is that cameras captured the whole thing. Cape Coral Police won't release that footage to us, citing their active investigation. But the report goes into detail. The victim accusing the off-duty officers of harassing a friend, then hitting them over the head with that beer bottle. Cape Coral Police Department's initial report into what happened says the people involved are not law enforcement officers, but they later confirmed it was 3 off-duty Fort Myers Police Department officers. While the name is redacted, video of the incident showed someone speaking face-to-face with the victim while holding a beer bottle and then bumping into him, leading into the fight. The investigating officer wrote they interviewed 3 witnesses, all of whom backed up the victim's story, and the initial investigation concluded the person with the beer bottle was the primary aggressor. We could not get an on-camera comment from Cape Coral Police Department and Fort Myers Police Department due to the ongoing investigation. And they're saying that's frustrating for people who want to know what really happened. Shahid Rasool said, quote, people should know firsthand who was involved and what happened, and so they can actually control it in the future. Michael Kalouris said, quote, transparency is really important, and the sooner you let people know what's going on and you show that you care, the better for everyone. Wink News asked if the fact that the initial report did not list the people involved as members of law enforcement meant that the off-duty officers did not identify themselves and no one would give us an answer. We did, however, get in touch with a lawyer at Morgan & Morgan who said they are going to represent the victim, who is still recovering in the hospital and will have much more information in the coming days. So all of you people out in Florida, particularly around Fort Myers or Cape Coral, get out there and find out what's going on. So you have a bar fight in Dixies Roadhouse, which they said in this story is the troubled Dixies Roadhouse. And there are, if you Google Dixies Roadhouse in Florida or Fort Myers, Florida, Cape Coral, Florida, there's several stories on it. There's things that's going on out there. And I'm not saying anything bad about Dixies Roadhouse. I'm just saying maybe they need some better security. Maybe they need some bouncers. Maybe they need some people to go, you know what? We're going to knock this crap off. Or you're going to get Roadhouse, the movie, for real. I got to clean it up. The double douche. Who said that in the movie? The double douche. That's a trivia for you guys. So anyway, these cops, apparently the first report said, well, there were no police officers. Then they come back and go, oh, you know what? There were 3 cops. They were off duty, though, so they weren't really cops. What the fuck? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos, even off-duty ones. That's law enforcement officers from coast to coast. Got more editorials coming for you today. Thank you for watching, guys.